Hello, welcome back. Today's gonna be a pretty fun day because we're working on the fish room. It may be a little bit boring, but I don't think it will be because we've got a box to unbox. Well, it is open, but I know what's inside, but I don't think you guys do. Pretty obvious though, because today we're gonna be hooking up an air system with PVC pipe, and we're going to be connecting these tanks because you can see right now there's no filtration in them. I took them out. This one still has a filter, a box filter, but it's not running. And then these ones don't have filters. Look at the pink flamingo crypt. That is beautiful. So it still hasn't melted, so that's really good. And I've actually added another crypt species right in the back. Really hard to see. Let's try to see from here. Do you know what that is? That is Cryptocor Inspiralis tiger, and it should grow slightly tall. We'll have to wait and see. But you guys might be wondering, where are the fish in here? They're over here. This is a temporary setup. I'm quarantining them right now. Yeah, I think they might have velvet. First I thought it was ick, and I was treating them for that. You can see the airline tubing changed colors from the medication. But yeah, I think I have a good feeling it's velvet. So that's just a temporary setup over there. There's nothing down below. In the future, I want to get a rack system here and put maybe 2 3-foot tanks or 90 centimeter tanks right there. But for now, this is gonna be good. I can quarantine new fish if I need to. Also, sorry if it's a little bit dark in this room. You can see the aquarium lights haven't turned on yet. And we took the ceiling lights down because they were just getting too old. There used to be one up here and one over here, but they're like over 30 years old, maybe 40-year-old light tubes, so we wanted to throw them away before we couldn't anymore. I'm here at the PVC section of the home center. You can see there's so many PVC pipes, and I'm gonna pick some stuff out for the fish room, and I think I'm going with black color PVC piping. I wanted to get white, but they don't have white color here, so black is probably the next best color. They've actually only got 3 colors here: gray, black, and red is the most expensive one. I think it's like pressure resistant tubing or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna pick some stuff out and I'll get back to you later. Alright, I'm back. I got a bunch of stuff, but check this out. The lights are turned on now and you can see the Cryptocor Inspiralis tiger. There's a bit of glare, but check out my Instagram because I've got some pictures of this. And the pink flamingo crypt is looking really pink. Look at that. But yeah, I really hope they will start growing. They're really slow growers. You can see the other crypts. They're still really small in size, but they're growing slowly. That's the thing with crypts. You gotta have patience with them. This tank, you can see there's a bit of blue-green algae, and I think it's just not enough circulation. I have not put any filtration on these 2 tanks since setting it up, so I'm gonna have to get that going, and that's why we're doing this. So here's some of the stuff I got. I got some elbows, some joint connectors, and then the PVC pipes, of course. And you should get more of these than you actually need because they're relatively cheap. They're like 30-40 cents each. And this thing though, this thing was expensive. This is like $15 for this ball valve, but I need this because I need to release the extra air that's coming out from the air pump. Some of you might not understand what that means, but that's alright, you'll see later. And I know people with fish room, many people use this, especially when they don't have enough tanks. You want to release some of the extra air that's coming out from the air pump, otherwise it'll damage the pump itself. So that's kind of the reason why. So the air pump is gonna sit up on this shelf right here. It's a really old and like dusty shelf. I'm gonna get this changed in the future, but it's really solid, holding up really good. And listen to this, I'm gonna turn it on. Right now it's making that sound because there's no PVC connected to it, so I'm gonna start cutting this PVC up, fitting it onto the air pump, and trying to get everything sorted out. I'll update you guys in between, but yeah, let's get started with this. Having PVC cutter will definitely make the job easier.
The next day.
Alright, so it's the next day now. I've spent like almost the entire afternoon working on this. You can see it actually looks kind of cool from out here, the black PVC piping, but there's still a lot more we've got to fix. So here's a side view shot. You can see the black piping is up there. I didn't want to go all the way up to the top because then the airline tubing would be really long and I really don't want that. I still gotta find a way to attach this piece here so that it doesn't shake around so much, as you can see right now. And then for the bottom section, it kind of loops down in here and then it stops right here for now, because I plan on having it continue over here. So then it becomes like a, what do you call that? Like a loop system. But right now I don't have the tanks over here yet. So that's why it's stopped right there. But in the future, if we get some tanks over here, I can connect more PVC piping and get some filters to go over here. All the PVC on this side of the wall has been glued together so that there's no chance of it slipping off while the air pump is running. And I've also added these little stainless steel clamps. Not really sure what they're called, but yeah, just to keep the PVC pipe from moving around, as you can see right there. And then when you come over to this side of the wall, this side has not been glued together yet, and that's because I still want to adjust the placement of this air pump right here. And I might want to put like a piece of foam underneath it as well as a block of wood just to keep it extra silent, kind of like what Dean from Dean's Fish Room does. His fish room is incredible. If you haven't seen any of the videos of his fish room, you gotta go check it out because it's pretty amazing. So now what I gotta do is I've gotta drill some holes into the PVC pipes and the ones down here as well. I've gotta drill some holes so that I can attach these little airline valves in. You can see I've got a bunch of these. I got them off of Amazon. Here's the little drill bit. I was lucky. My uncle had one of these that fits. It's the perfect size for this. So I just use this, drill into the pipe, and get this in there. Now one mistake I made, and a mistake that I realized too late, is I should have drilled the holes in before gluing it together. That's kind of dumb because now it's gonna be really difficult to drill with all the tanks in the way, and I don't know, I'm just gonna try my best. And I also really wanna keep the holes straight because OCD. Alright, now most of the hard work has been done. Now it's time to open this box up. I already know what's inside, but I know you guys are excited to see it. I was actually thinking, should I open this up in the next video? But I thought it's best if I open it now because I don't want to keep you all waiting for this. So let's open this thing up. And there it is. Check that out. We've got a bunch of Aquarium Co-Op sponge filters. I think 10 of them inside, and these are like my favorite ever sponge filters because the first time I saw these I really wanted them because they're green color. I've never seen a green sponge filter before. It's also got the coarse sponge, which is really nice. It's less maintenance, that's what it is, and it sinks automatically. With the sponge filters I've used in the past, you've had to like squeeze all the air out to get it to sink. I'm gonna be putting a sponge filter in each one of these tanks, and in this tank over here. This tank will be taken down and I'll put something else there. And then in the future, I'm gonna take these two tanks down and put an even bigger tank here and have sponge filters running in those, and then maybe we'll have like a mascot fish. Still not sure about that. I shouldn't talk about the future too much because plans might change. But yeah, I'm gonna start getting these sponge filters in. One more thing that's nice about this sponge filter is that they come with the air stones, and you can plug the air stones inside the filter just to give it better flow, and you can adjust the size of the bubbles that come out of the air stone, so that's really cool. I didn't get the Aquarium Co-Op airline tubing, but I'm sure the Aquarium Co-Op ones are amazing. I've heard so many good things about them. I've just got these ones from the local pet store, and these look pretty good too, so I'm gonna be hooking these up. Black airline tubing to match the black color background of the tanks. Aquarium Co-Op even sent me one with the original box. That's really cool. Look at Murphy. Murphy is amazing. But yeah, it says green lift tube to better hide algae. Can't really see from there. Weighted base to instantly sink sponge. Coarse sponge to extend service life. What else? This 20 gallons and up. You can really use it for any size tank. I think Cory himself recommends the medium size for like every tank because they're just the easiest ones to work with. But now we're on the stage where we gotta assemble the filter and install it into the aquarium, so let's do that. And there it is, all the sponge filters running and working really nicely. There's still some small adjustments I have to make, like the stem plants in the back are kind of getting crushed by the filter, so I'm gonna have to move some stuff around now. The pink flamingo crypts are looking really good. I really hope they don't melt. I really do want to put them in a CO2 tank in the future with high light. Here you can see too another new leaf starting to grow out, so yeah, they're really slow growers, but I just hope these guys will do well. Over here, the Cryptocor Inspiralis tiger looking really nice. Hopefully these grow tall and will hide the sponge filters a bit. Don't get me wrong, I love the look of the sponge filters, but I think it would be cooler to have tall plants in the back, tall Cryptocorins, and then the shorter ones down below. Well, these will also grow quite tall. They'll grow to like mid-level of the tank, all of them, so it'll be exciting to watch these plants all grow in. And I've also added a sponge filter in the bottom tank right here with all the Vallisneria. And check this out, I got the, what's this called? The Crinum calamistratum from Aqua Review. I showed you guys the other day. But yeah, this is an amazing plant. It's said to be easy. You can see right there, this is the Tropica plant and it's easy. Maybe I can put that in a tank up here in the background. But yeah, for now I'm just keeping it like this. I've also got a Microsorum trident just sitting here, another easy plant. I've still got a lot of organizing to do. Just look at the sponge filters working. That is so cool. I mean, sponge filters, they're one of the most common filters in the aquarium hobby, but to get Aquarium Co-Op sponge filters, they don't ship outside of the United States, so I'm really lucky. Thank you so much to Cory for sending these out to me, because these are actually seriously like my favorite sponge filters because they're green. That's the main reason why. I love green. But yeah, thank you so much. This, by the way, is not sponsored. Cory from Aquarium Co-Op has been helping me out since I started this channel like 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and they've been really supportive of me and helping me out the whole time, and he's still helping me out, so thank you so much. Maybe in the future we can meet up somewhere. It would be really cool to do a few fish store tours in Japan, or maybe even in Singapore, to go back there and meet up, or maybe I can go to the US. I think that would be super cool. We'll see in the future. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Links to Aquarium Co-Op will be down in the description below. I'm sure you guys know who Aquarium Co-Op is. If you don't, you should, because they're an awesome fish store and an awesome channel. So go check them out. Like Squad, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys next time.